Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a very exciting video. This is going to be my 10 winter appropriate eyeshadow palettes from my collection. I tried to pick ones that aren't super new just to keep things a little bit interesting, or some that I haven't mentioned on my channel in a while, just so you guys aren't hearing me talk about the same 5 eyeshadow palettes over and over again. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Fun fact, it is also a collaboration with Morgan Turner. Honestly, the only way I can put this is that I just stan Morgan Turner. I think she is so fun to watch. I love her channel. She's so good and talented at makeup. Honestly, I would love to just have her do my makeup. That would be like a dream because I just love her makeup style. I love her blending. I just love her whole life. She's so sweet. So if you haven't checked out Morgan's channel yet, if you haven't come across this gem, I'm going to link her video down in my description box. Do yourselves a favor. Go check her out because you have no idea what you're missing out on with Morgan's channel. She loves to talk about luxury makeup. So if you are a luxury makeup queen, you definitely want to be following her. Thank you, Morgan, for collabing with me. And without further blabbering, let's get into the video. Really quick, before I start, if you are coming over from Morgan's channel or you're just new to my channel in general, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I am getting close to the end of Vlogmas. Thank you, makeup gods, because oh my gosh, it has been a journey. I am ready. I am ready for the holidays, you guys. I'm ready to sit and binge watch One Tree Hill on the couch. I have recently decided that that's what I'm going to do. If you guys like hauls, will I bite videos, ranking videos, I like to do all of that here on my channel. So I would highly recommend subscribing and ringing that notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. I feel like I've kept you guys waiting long enough, so let's get into my 10 palette recommendations for the winter time. Okay guys, so I thought this would be a fun video because you guys love when I talk about eyeshadow palettes, so let's see what I picked out from my collection. Like I said, I tried not to pick new stuff because I feel like I've been talking about new stuff on my channel this whole month, so I did decide to kind of surprise you guys with some choices. So the first palette I picked out is the Alva palette from Oden's Eye. Now, Oden's Eye was a brand I tried this year, and there were some brands I set out to try in 2020, but the fun part about 2020 more than any other year, I feel like I tried so many new brands, and I'm so glad that I got to try this palette from Oden's Eye. They have quite a few neutral palettes, but this is the one I went for because honestly, the shimmers in this palette really caught my eye when I was looking through the different palettes. I was also a little bit hesitant because I wasn't sure if their brand was going to be tan girl friendly, but I really think this particular palette is very tan girl friendly. The metallics are beautiful. They have a beautiful shimmer to them, and I know a lot of you probably picked this palette up during their Black Friday sale, so you guys will have to let me know which palette you bought from Oden's Eye if you did shop. And yeah, I just think this is a perfect neutral with some pops of color. You can really do some glam looks with this as well as some more basic looks if you're just chilling at home for the holidays. I feel like for the holidays this year, I'm still going to go full glam, and I feel like this would be the perfect palette for that. Now, the next palette I want to mention was actually my top palette of the month of February. I've been rewatching my ranking videos, and it was so fun to see me talk about this palette. I feel like I haven't talked about this palette on my channel in a while. This is a very simple palette. This is the Lime Crime Prelude palette, and this is the first Lime Crime palette I've bought in a while. I just love this color story. It's so different. It produces such fun looks. This shade right here called Genesis and this shade called Cypress, so beautiful for the winter time. This shade called Saturn is such a beautiful like shimmer shade. It's so pretty. It's like blue with a ton of gold shimmer in it. And yeah, these two mattes I feel like are so fun and unique for any palette. So I just feel like it makes it very fall, winter appropriate. You can kind of do like an icy look with this shade. So I'm not going to swatch every palette, but I feel like this one has such a cool color story. And Lime Crime did have some good sales going on, so maybe you can pick this up on a sale. But yeah, I really like this Prelude palette, and I feel like I haven't talked about it in a while. So I thought it would be a fun one to include in this video. Okay, so the next palette I feel like I have to talk about when I'm talking about winter appropriate palettes. This is the Christmas Morning palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and I picked this up like 2 years ago, I think, when it launched. I have used this in a Get Ready With Me last year on Christmas Day when I posted a video, and I mean, Give Me Glow's metallic formula is just so beautiful and buttery and pigmented, and I just feel like this is such a perfect palette for the holidays. I really can't think of the holidays without thinking of the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning palette. So I wanted to mention this. I know they're launching like a new set with this palette and some lippies. I don't know when that launches, but I will try and remember to link the information down in the description box in case you guys are interested. I would highly recommend this palette. It's so stunningly beautiful, and I know I have at least one look with this on my channel, so if you guys are really curious, I would highly recommend checking out that video. Okay, another oldie but a goodie. I had to mention the Jackie Aina palette. I feel like this is such a beautiful wintry palette. It's got a few very traditional holiday shades, and then there's some pops of purple, which I don't necessarily think you think of purple when you think of holiday, but this like green and red, again, so stunning for the holiday season. Or you can do something beautiful with like a purpley metallic. I don't know if ABH bought this back for the holidays. I think they did, because I think they bought it back with like Sultry. So if you're able to get your hands on this, I would highly recommend. This is just such a beautiful holiday palette, and it did come out last year around the holidays. So if you're missing ABH as much as I am, I would highly recommend checking this palette out. Okay, I wanted to show you guys another smaller palette option for the winter time, and I decided berries just always remind me of the winter time and the holidays, and this palette by Juvia's Place. This palette is so stunning and underrated. Oh my gosh, is it this one? This metallic, it's like a duochrome. Holy smokes, it's like an orange with a pink flip to it. This other metallic is also really beautiful, but that's like a true red metallic. But that first one that I swatched, oh my gosh, these are so stunning. You can do so many endless beautiful berry looks for the holidays, for the winter time. I definitely have a lot of berries in this video, but I just feel like berries remind me of holidays, so that's why I'm mentioning so many. Let me just mention another purple one. Oh my gosh, She's in Parties by Melt. This one came out this year as well. I feel like it had really weird timing because this launched around the end of summer, and I think a lot of us were like, wouldn't that have been a beautiful fall palette? Mine's a little bit of a mess because this first shade came broken, but I think this might be either my number 1 or 2 like melt palette of the year. I did such a beautiful purpley smoky eye with this palette, and it's just so beautiful. The metallic shades are so buttery and gorgeous, and you guys know Melt, very hit or miss, but this one has been fabulous. I must say, I love it so, so much. Okay, I have one more mini palette to show you guys, and this is the Nabla Platinum palette. Now, this is not my favorite palette from their Cutie series, but I thought this had such potential for the winter time. I mean, who doesn't love a stunning silver, a nice like gunmetal shade, and a beautiful gold? I feel like these would be stunning if I lived back home and I was like gonna go to church with my parents. I feel like this would be the kind of palette I would honestly wear to like midnight mass. So I don't know. This also gives me New Year's vibes, so I love that. Like that silver shade definitely gives me like very holiday party glam. So for that reason, I picked this palette. Plus, sometimes people like small little palettes, and you can pick these up at Ulta. They have a bunch of other ones too in this size. So if this color story isn't your favorite, they have a bunch of other cutie palettes to choose from. But I just thought this one was very festive, and I don't know, it's like a fun take on a neutral palette. So I thought I'd mention this for you guys. Okay, another palette that I haven't really mentioned on my channel too much is the Sigma Enchanted palette. This is their Holiday 2019 palette, or maybe it's their Holiday 2018 palette. I can't quite remember, but I feel like this is such a beautiful wintertime palette. It's got some beautiful metallic shades. This evergreen shade, oh my gosh, how stunning would that be in the crease with one of these shades on the lid? So I really like this palette. It's very underrated. I don't think a lot of people talk about this as much as they used to when this palette originally launched, including myself. So I'm definitely gonna have to film a look with this because I don't think I've done one for my channel. You guys know I've been loving Sigma in 2020. This was another brand that I hadn't tried a thing from until this year, and now I'm like obsessed. I'm on their PR list. I have a code. I did buy this one with my own money, but if you guys are thinking of making a Sigma purchase, I have a code. It's KH Makeup. It saves you money. I will also leave a link for Sigma down below. They always have really good sales. So I would keep an eye out, especially if you want the Enchanted palette. It's so hard to pick because I want to rank my Sigma palettes. I would say the Enchanted is very close to the top. I love the Untamed and I love the Corte Rosa. I think those ones would have been perfect for the winter time as well. I wanted to mention something I hadn't mentioned in a while, and I thought the Enchanted palette would be perfect for the winter time. Okay guys, I know when I talk about Natasha Denona and my favorite Natasha Denona palette, I'm always talking about the Metropolis. So I thought I would switch it up and mention the Gold palette as a perfect winter palette. I love this palette. I love this palette. That's all I have to say. This Lime Chrome shade, come on. You guys know the drill. Everybody loves Lime Chrome. We love this shade. It's such a beautiful like blue golden shade. So I really need to show this palette some attention. It deserves it. It's gorgeous. I mean, I regret nothing with this purchase. I think that this is one of the best Natasha Denona palettes out there. Like I said, I love Metropolis. I love my new Triochrome. But this one was the original. This is the original one that made me fall in love with her holiday releases. So I love this palette so much. And I think it's the perfect time of year. It reminds me of the holidays. It reminds me of New Year's. Such a wonderful winter palette. Okay guys, last but certainly not least, I had to mention one of my favorite Pat McGrath palettes. This is the Bronze Seduction palette. This was my favorite Pat McGrath palette, I think, until Divine Rose 2 came out. I'm not sure though. I think this one could still take on Divine Rose. I mean, Divine Rose 2 has that beautiful multi-chrome, but man, oh man, these special shades though, like this red. Oh, is this not the best like holiday party palette? I have loved Bronze Seduction for a long time, so I wanted to mention it because when I think of holiday, I think of the shade red. I think it's just the perfect color for the winter time. It gives you a little bit of pizzazz. It ties in the Christmas feels. It can also definitely work for New Year's with those fun like metallic flaky shades. We call them her special shades. Do you guys see the shift on these? Like, these shadows are stunning. So I really like the Bronze Seduction for the winter time. Okay friends, there you have it. Those are my 10 palette recommendations for the winter time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything on my face is going to be linked down in the description box. I did also film this look, so if you want to see how I created it, definitely make sure you're subscribed so when I post this video, you can check it out and let me know your thoughts on all the products on my face. Finally, before I go, I just want to say thank you so much to Morgan for collabing with me. I asked her very last minute and she is always so easygoing and chill and fun. So thank you so much, Morgan, for collabing. Please go check out her channel, leave her a kind comment, and tell her I sent you from the Makeup Savage fam. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. I know you guys are so busy, so it really means a lot to me that you take time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me. I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will see you in my next video soon.